in our day.
Yeah, you had a good life.
Yes, and I don't know, and managed it in a way that it was took care of. We could have a weekend, spend it, and so many of them do.
Yeah. There's a nice trail through the backwoods here.
Up right here, the road up there, then I think a house up there. Now, my dad had an idea when he first wanted, he had his eye on this.
On that house there?
Until I found out this down here.
Tell Greta about how you bought this house for them.
Yeah.
Tell her about how you bought it. The man you bought it from?
Oh, yeah.
Don't Greta.
Fleming fella, yeah. Yeah, he was to hold it till I saw where my daddy would like it or not. And they did. They liked it better than would have got up here. And it was a large enough place. And then the majority of it left. You see, they've got a fence around it.
Now there's the house they came to, Greta. Mama and Papa Ratliff up there.
The white one?
The white one up there.
I see, that's where they live.
And they were there when I was a little boy. And that's where we would visit. And that's where they both died.
Okay.
They had a garden back there, didn't they, behind it?
Oh, yeah.
They'd have a garden behind it?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
even that hill or part of it,
Uh-huh.
he just let people.
And on the side of it, they kept hogs, and I remember them killing.
Come on out here
Uh-huh.
at that time.
They had a lot of land. It was hog killing in the fall.
Elmer Dorsey was in his first White House.
Yeah.
That's where my daddy jumped that wire fence, come over here and tell him that his mother passed away.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was right there.
Right there
And
Yeah, they lived up on the second floor,
yeah,
and Elmer had a little garage underneath.
yeah, garage there. Well, now that had been expensive.
Yeah, that's new. How did you hear that your mother had died?
I don't know.
Now, they didn't have a telephone, did they?
No.
Don't believe.
No.
I remember when it happened, I went down with you in the car. You went flying down.
Yeah, well, I just don't know that. This road has been rebuilt entirely.
Yeah, widened, straightened some. A lot better.
That was built.
What's a shindig?
And a shindig.
Was that a dance?
Oh yes, a dance and playing games.
Oh,
None of these homes are over here.
no.
Not one of them.
What kind of music did they have?
Oh, I don't know. That one there was there. That was from that house there.
People would bring their fiddles, wouldn't they, for a shindig?
Oh yeah.
And their guitars and play them.
Oh sure.
They'll be playing and singing.
You bet, honey. Now that group of people there, they were Flemingtons.
Uh-huh. Now this was called Flemingtown, isn't it?
That's Flemingtown. And this is the Flemingtown Church.
Yeah.
Go right out way.
I'm letting this car behind us go by, so we're not in a rush.
So, Grandpa,
Now right here putting the water line through here on the lower end, right here. Quick. That big house yonder.
Yeah, the stone house.
The land goes up in there.
The pipe does?
Yeah. Here's the big house.
Yeah.
And the land, and their line was supposed to come to the road. And they stopped it down here. Until I got a hold of it. Made it all right with them.
Who built that big stone house? Do you remember?
What, I forget who it was, on a rich fella.
Uh-huh.
Guy Pizzuta.
Oh, did Guy do that?
Guy Pizzuta did that on it.
He was from Italy.
Oh my.
Yeah, yeah.
Family, a first generation, lived there in town right behind the post office.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
He was a stonemason.
Huh.
I don't
Wonder where he got those big stones from to build it.
I do not know.
I've never seen any other like it around.
I remember one time fire was going on. And my daddy took me with him to the fire on the 2 mules. So that evening we come back, he got contact with them there. And he promised me that we'd come back there and spend the night. So we did, and I remember me and him climbing up the wood, not wood, but rock steps on the inside up to a room.
Now this is Dwell, isn't it?
No,
Is this known as Dwell?
no,
Further on down.
no.
Now some family members used to have that store.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
The South.
She lived right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On mother's side.
No, on Daddy's side.
Is
Daddy's
it Daddy's side?
Yeah.
The
House. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, cause she was, I think, in the grade she was.
Oh,
I
what's her
used to
name?
know where every person lived.
Yeah.
Read the stuff.
I lived that water line.
Mm-hmm.
I went out that water line, they just had, I think, a 2-inch line sign for it. I went out there and saw what was out there, so I called them. And I got them to change the size of the line right quick.
This used to be an awful hill here. It was dirt,
Oh,
and
I
it'd get
remember.
muddy and rutted out and slick in the winter.
I believe this is right. From Steep Rock here, down here, go up to the front of the mountain, and go on down the highway to the foot of the mountain, and then turn right out to where we
Yeah, I
live.
think that's what we did last time when we came out to see James Earl's new tombstone you got.
Yeah, is that right? Is that where
Yeah.
you're in the around?
I
We're all
believe.
right there. I used to know who lived there.
Well, that's
Who
a big
lived
one.
Here, these 2 houses up here, church here. These 2 houses up here.
Was he the one that lived in Baltimore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Now, did he go to Emory and Henry College with you?
Honest, I don't know where he went or not.
We used to tell some stories about you and him doing things together.
Oh yeah.
Y'all were
that's
big buddies.
Right. But I don't think all of us are gone. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We never do so many mean things, but mischief things.
Yeah.
What were some of the things you did? What kind of mischief did you get into?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on. I won't tell anybody, I promise.
Oh, no, honey, just every little thing at night, this and that. Back then, honey, we had no cars, no nothing.
Yeah.
In the community where you lived, the children would get together.
Yeah. They knew what you
Had to
said.
make your own fun.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
our own plans, do our own little tricks.
Yeah.
Did you ever throw rotten eggs at people's houses?
I didn't think it's here.
Did you ever throw rotten eggs at people's houses?
Oh, no.
Now he lived here. Would he come over and visit you at Tivis? How did y'all get together? Would you come over here, or would he come over to your house?
Well, I guess I'd come over here because that was our house. It was too isolated.
Yeah. More people here. Who?
Who?
Ferris Colley.
Oh, yes.
This is the Our Trip
Oh,
store.
yes,
Yeah.
at one
Oh, this is
time.
Our Trip farmland.
That's just back in there.
Yeah, that's a whole ridge. It's just a dead end.
Now, that's where my mother was raised,
Yeah.
way back in there.
Oh. Would you know? Is the house still there? Or no?
No, it's a big old two-story log house. I remember going there wintertime. They gave me a bucket to go out in the garden, dig a hole, and get apples out of it.
Huh.
All of this now. Some of my relation lives there now. I don't know.
So what was your mother like?
What's she say?
What kind of lady was your mother?
What was your mother like?
Oh, she was just a jolly, in other words, a country woman. She wasn't lazy at all.
That was sure was.
She kept her. Now the only house was here. First time was right at the end, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
It was that there, and that was the only thing that was in this house here.
I remember your mother always kept a lot of chickens.
Oh,
She'd go out and feed the chickens. And she made
now
the.
the schoolhouse is right up there at that top.
Oh.
That was the schoolhouse that I'd go to.
Huh.
These houses all been built.
So you'd walk to school,
Yeah,
actually, would you?
from Sutherland's out there, Clark Sutherland.
So you'd stay at Claude's house?
Our schools wouldn't go long at all. Now this is where William James got his start. This is one that had a store here. Hill's store burnt down right here. Right here is the one now that he still owns.
Huh.
Yeah.
He still-
Yeah, I thought that was
But
the other store.
he just closed it and lets it stay just like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Who is it? William James?
William James.
Yeah.
And he's dead now, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that came down to borrow some money from my daddy out in the yard. I remember so well. Yeah, he says, John, he says, I want to borrow some money. He says, what I've got at the store, I bought them for the goods from my neighbors, and they've got them, but they didn't have the money.
Uh-huh.
And they said as soon as they get the money, they'll pay me. So that's what they had never paid him, and this company was wanting it.
Yeah.
My daddy gave it to him just for the word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No writing or no nothing.
Now, did your mother have any education?
No, none to say anything.
Did she know how to read?
Could she read?
Oh yes.
yeah.
So she had some education then.
we thought the only thing he could do was just write his name on things now.
Yep, just his name. He was good with numbers, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, only thing he could do was just write his name. Because I done that myself.
Yeah.
Me and Tuesday, they was a lot more than John Bill was.
What bird is that?
I don't know. That's geese.
No, it's a little
It's some kind of quail or partridge or
guinea
something.
I don't know.
Some kind of game hen.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pretty.
They are, aren't they? The red cheeks.
Hanging out in the middle of the road.
Not too much traffic back here.
No.
No, that's right.
Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Daddy,
Grandpa,
Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
did you ever go hunting when you were a young man?
I can't hear you.
Did you ever go hunting when you were young?
Yes.
What did you hunt?
Well, we'd hunt possums and polecats around the house. We would, our dog would bay the skunks,
Yep.
run around them. We'd run in and blow our light out, and we'd run in and see which one could get it with the tail the first. And we had 20-some skunks in one pen,
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
and we sold them all there.
What for? Who would want them?
You know what I want?
Oh, his fur buyers.
Oh, okay.
Skunk fur.
I know what for now.
Did you hunt squirrel too?
Oh yeah, they plenty of squirrels. You got kill a mess of squirrels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did your mama cook them up for dinner?
Oh, yeah.
Would your mother cook the squirrels in?
Sure, they cook
Oh,
them.
yeah.
This is the church house. This is one now they hear that once a year they'd have set a big table and things to eat once a year. And I remember my daddy, I was just a little small boy, we'd come up to see it accumulate, and they notarized my daddy to help keep order. And gave him a 38 special.
Woo!
And when he got through with it, my daddy started to hand it back to him. And he says, "That's yours." He says, "You keep that."
Huh.
And he kept it. I don't know whatever happened. Back over in there.
Would you shoot targets and do
Oh,
target
yeah,
practice for fun?
Oh yes.
That would be one of the. You know, there's some pictures in the album of you as a young man shooting a gun. This is 611. So go this way.
That takes us back to Clintwood.
It's like this go down to the lake too. There's like a cemetery over there on the top of the hill. Now this is the ridge that Tivis is on, isn't it?
Yes. This is it.
Is that an old cemetery?
Oh yes, very old.
Uh-huh. Are some of the colonies buried there?
Honest, I
you know?
don't know on there. It's one last guy like these people here, and And on out here, there's some more people.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the way it is, but stay this way. Not as good as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been over it at one time after it was hard talk. It used to be just a dirt road.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it did.
Well, not many houses back here.
Oh, there's not. I was just thinking on it. Now this go back where John Henry Archer. Used to live. This goes closely. The place where I got shot.
Oh. Tell Greta about when you got shot.
I'll wait till it comes to the place.
Okay.
Now there's a hunting shed back down that way.
For deer? Deer hunting or
Hunting, yeah.
Squirrel.
Or even for hunting and then for firefighters.
oh,
All of that. I don't know. I was never down there. Now this is pretty when you got these leaves all along these trees. You can't see out. It's just like that.
yeah.
I always heard him
Here's a
call.
hunter.
It's been 15 years since I've been down this way longer. Was the hard times.
Would have been really pretty in October, I bet. With all the leaves turning colors.
Yeah, that's of course it was.
Hey, Grandpa?
I remember that. It's right back under there. Now, right around here, it used to be the kind of, yeah, here's the fence now. That's where John Archer, that lived here. Now, there's where I laid when I was shot.
Okay.
Right there.
Now what happened?
Well,
Not getting shot.
I'll tell you where to show you where the schoolhouse is.
Oh, okay.
You go on there. See, he owned all his land here.
Uh-huh.
And the schoolhouse was right over down here. Right on down where this building is, right on that flat right there. The schoolhouse is right there.
Right up there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's right.
And how many years did you go to school there?
Oh no, I didn't go. That's the night I got shot.
Uh-huh.
When they were having a picnic.
Oh, a picnic there.
Yeah.
And you were in college? Were you back or?
Oh,
How old were you?
I was back home. Yeah.
From college or from high school?
No, I had never gone to college.
You were in high school then?
Oh yeah.
How old were you when you got shot?
Yeah, right here now. You go on down this way to the end of that now, and there's a cemetery. There's a lot of these old people buried there.
Oh, it says wildlife area.
Yeah. Huh?
It says wildlife area.
Yeah, yeah. So people don't travel it no more much. I don't know how it is.
So how old were you when you got shot?
Oh,
Teenager?
yeah, I was a teenager.
Uh-huh. So, and you were there at a picnic, and what happened?
I had tied the horse up. I was going in the door, and it was right at Dusky's door.
Uh-huh.
And this fella shot me was about half drunk and the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And this other fella was trying to get the gun away from him.
Oh.
That tell him the officer was coming to get it.
Mm.
And when I spoke, I knew both of them.
Uh-huh.
And when I spoke, he shot me just like that.
Huh.
He thought I was
You're the officer, the law coming.
low.
Uh-huh.
Now that's all you used to be. What I say it. Oh, that would make it. I thought it was.
And you got shot through your side, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now we did used to have there's a little mine out there.
Oh.
Looks like someone been getting some coal out of it.
So after you were shot, they took you out to that house, and then the doctor came, you were telling me earlier.
Well, from Skate.
From-
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They called in Skate Rock and Skate Rock to Clintwood and got him in there.
And it's the first time a car had ever come down? They brought him in by
that
car?
was the only car from Skate Rock hit there that had ever been there. The road was so bad. So it was a little Model A Ford. They brought it. And he pulled a silk cord through the openings and cleaned it out. And that's all he did. And my mother stayed by me until I was able to go home.
So you stayed there at the house several days?
Oh yeah, weeks. I don't know how long. Used to be just a thicket in here that I cleared out. We go this way.
So the lake must be down there.
It is. Go out down there and now into the lake.
The old
That's
mill.
a grind your meal on, set right in there. My daddy would put on the mule and put me on top of the mule and send me the mule in here. And the man that owned that knew when he saw him coming that he'd come out and get the corn off and take it and grind it, put it back on, put me back on the horse and let the horse go back home. Now right here where you turn out to Tivis.
Oh, yes.
Right
Here we
here.
are. How was the, what, did they have water power there? Was there a, I didn't see any stream.
No, no, just a little pond together. Now, there used to be a nice house here, but it's rotted down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rotted down.
There's some of the stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that too.
Now, right in that, where that big building is over yonder is where I went to school.
That's where you first started
When
to
I
school?
first started. That's where I was grade school.
Uh-huh.
We had no way of, in dinner time, we'd get out into them hollers there playing fox and dog. We'd stay half the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher would know about it. Yeah, and that's the old cemetery right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, now you talked about a school over in Skeet Rock. You said you went there too. So
Oh, yeah.
you went here for a while, then you went on over there?
Oh, yes. I'd go here as long as we held school. We didn't hold school so long.
Oh,
And then I go over there
I see.
and stay with them.
Huh, I never heard that.
I had to. If I didn't, I never would get the education at all.
Was this a one-room school here, or how
Oh,
many?
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, nothing else. All right here before we went down to it.
Walk down.
Got,
Uh-huh.
we got off right here. Dick Mullins lived right down here.
There's a big power line that's coming through.
And a lot of rock in the road here. Used to be. He had a
Oh, I know where that is.
some of them owns that and has built it up.
The old stone
Yeah, owns
house to keep your milk in and butter.
I know where that is. Yeah, we talk about I know where that is.
We'll go straight ahead. Here, this belongs to the first one to another out that ridge.
Hmm.
I know where that is. These are the side of the road. I know where that is.
Now, we walked this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far that goes.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
There was talk of putting one house in there, but for the warning, awnings,
Mm-hmm.
sure, somebody got it.
That's an old one.
No,
Sure is. Yeah, I know where it is there now.
Coal, still burning coal.
Yeah. Now I show you where the church.
this is where Doris and Elmer used to live.
That's where they started
My
out,
house.
wasn't it? Yeah. After they were married.
That's right.
That's the first one.
It's a nice little house.
Yeah.
First house.
I wish Dorsey were here to see it.
That was,
Well, that's the church.
that's the church.
Yeah,
That's one my dad and I helped build.
And that's where they were baptized.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
where they were baptized.
Uh-huh. I went there the Sunday they were baptized.
Yeah, that's what
Had meetings all day there.
Uh-huh.
Preachers getting up.
Now, this
Where
is-
was the river where they were baptized?
Oh,
They
yeah,
walked
that's right,
someplace.
straight on way down there.
And,
Now, this belongs to Pichu College, ours. And it's a good piece of land in here.
uh-huh.
I don't know what they've ever done for it to it. And the old house out of down here, we're going to see, I don't know. We're going to see.
Well, didn't one of the Colley boys used to live here? Was it Hines or?
No, Hines is over down below.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot.
And Fitch you call it house.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, that's what you call it now.
Fitzhugh, and was it Zinni?
Yeah,
She said that's right on it. She's the one told me to go get her. She went to the hospital.
Tivis.
To,
There's the name. Did you see it?
No.
Right there on the little
bingo.
stick.
Got it. It's official.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, what'd you
Thank
start
you.
to say?
I don't know now.
Zinni was the one that told you to go get something.
Yeah, when she was sick, going to the hospital, she said, Luther, go to a certain place and bring me a certain container there she had.
Uh-huh.
I did. She says, my money's in that.
Oh.
She says, it's a little leave it there, somebody will get it. Now down here is where the boy lives.
Oh.
We'll go right on. And where we'll stop.
You were born there, weren't you?
Yes.
Uh-huh. This is right across the road, really.
Mm-hmm.
The old barn. Died in 1920. When I was a boy, that front yard seemed so big to me. And those apple trees, weren't they, on the other, down there, behind the house? No? Oh, here's Fitzhugh and Zinni. Oh, here. Married in 1918. So you were 11 years old when they married. Well, he just lived 2 years. Born in 10. So you were 3 years old when he was born.
I can remember now. That's the then. Now they told me that house was burnt down, and a trailer was set put in there.
Whoever told you was wrong.
I mean that. Didn't know what they told me about.
Bob, that's the home place there.
Still
Where he
there.
was born and raised.
Still there.
Still there. He thought it burned down.
Well, they told me it had burnt down. Now,
There's a puppy
we had
dog.
a well in the front yard.
Yeah.
That was the only well in this area.
There's a dog coming out of the barn.
We can't see it all. Fruit trees and apples.
Over through here.
On this
Now
side.
this sure did on that side of the road. Now that up to that barn, there's a barn right in yonder.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's my daddy was born. He had that, so in a way he could put. We'll go down that road a little piece. We can turn and come back. And great old big barn, and keep it full of hay.
Uh-huh.
In the winter time, no matter what field he's in, side of the barn, they could feed him hay through that. He had it worked out the way he wanted it. Yeah.
And wasn't there a barn raising? Someplace down here, I remember they
Yeah.
had a barn raising all day and then had a big dance that night.
Now, honey, right on the left right here, just over that hump,
Uh-huh.
there's a house. Oh, workhouse.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that was it.
They raised.
Yeah. Now we'll go down that far and we can turn.
Now, how much property did your dad own here?
Honey, I don't have
Any
much.
idea? He owned quite a bit over there, didn't
yeah.
he? On that
Well,
side.
he didn't, from this fence right there on, he owned.
On this side too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fitzhugh owned it up to that.
Uh-huh.
Up to this, there's a stream of water. It goes down that hill. It went from stream to stream.
Move slow.
And your dad raised cattle, didn't he? And had fruit trees.
Oh, yeah.
Did I read that sign right saying the town was established like 1916 or something? The Tivis or whatever?
I didn't see a sign.
Right in front of that house we stopped at?
I saw the,
there was a little
Tivis.
sign that had established real tiny on it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Why did this town come to be up here? Was there any reason?
Huh?
Why did this town come to be? Why did they settle up here in this area?
Just because the land was suitable.
Yeah.
And now this land was given to them from the forefathers.
Oh, okay.
Owned the land, gave it to them. Now, when my daddy built there, he cut the trees down to build. I remember he rolled them into that holler. And when we come there to live, some of the trees were still down there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Here's Sammy. Fix the cross. Here's a person named Tivis.
Yeah.
Was there any building around it?
yes.
Oh.
And all right,
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you this. That we lost Mary May there one evening.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't find her.
Yeah?
She was in the building. the back
Uh-huh.
had cut her foot and it's bleeding
Oh,
and had
no.
in an old shoe or something and stuck in it and sitting back there.
Oh,
And,
no.
and we hunted all over the place for
Oh,
her.
no.
And scared mother to death.
I bet.
Yes, sir.
My
So
goodness.
that happened.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll go down there at that old house.
Yeah. So your daddy built that house himself?
Sure. And honey, not where that barn is,
Uh-huh.
but back this way just a little bit,
Yeah.
he had a barn
Uh-huh.
made out of logs,
Yep.
kept his cattle or horses in.
Yep.
I went many a time from here down there and to feed them.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh, yeah, Lord.
How many horses did he have? Did he have a bunch?
Three.
Just enough.
He had 2 work horses. That was my mother's sister.
Oh, okay. They're a family too. That's good. So you had someone to visit with when you needed it.
All right, well, they come around there and the end of the pole in there hit that tree. And one of them went on one side of the tree. And some of these went on the other. I think.
They got straddled, huh?
So he grabbed one of them, me the other, and didn't even hurt the horse.
Thank goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky tree.
I have no idea where that car comes.
I want you to chase him, Sam.
Down the road there, a little ways, the building. Down that road. We'll go down there.
Run towards the road, Sam. Watch him chase you.
Somebody keeps a flag up here.
Oh, yeah.
D-A-D.
Where that?
See, right straight over there? Right beside the porch out. See the pulley and the 2 posts?
Oh, yeah, the cub over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said that burned up.
Nobody's living there. It's no trespassing.
No trespassing.
All
hunting or
boarded up.
fishing. Violation under penalty of the law. Well, I'm glad that somebody lives in it.
Now, was this little building here when you were here? The little building to the side?
Yeah,
Was that building there?
yeah.
Okay.
See the little building over there? Was that there when you were here?
No,
That side building?
no. Now, there was one there, but
There
then
was
not
something.
that shape, been rebuilt. That's where we had a smokehouse and then a meat house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we had they reworked the house. The house did put a front on it in there, had a door to come in here and a door on this side.
Oh.
And it was solid again in the house. And, oh yeah. That's pretty near like it.
Yeah.
And that there to dig a grave,
Uh-huh.
you know what happened?
What happened?
Mother would start getting dinner.
Yeah?
They didn't have to ask her to.
Yep.
She volunteered
Yep.
as a thing that she volunteered that she would do it as long as she left it.
Yep. She just saw him coming and she started cooking, huh?
She started cooking. And she cooked for them. Yeah.
And you were born here in this house? And was Audie born here too, and Dorsey? Because all three of you were.
Dorsey was. Honest, I reckon John. Well, yes, John. All of us was because that was the only one.
Yeah. So this is the first house that your mom and dad had after they married?
Now,
They came here?
my daddy's mother, my mother, daddy, my mother's daddy, Archer, he owned this area of land in here
Oh.
and gave them the land.
I
Yep.
And it was all wood.
Wow.
No timber, no nothing to cut off.
Huh.
And I could remember logs rotting down here in the holler.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
So your daddy was from Kentucky, over in Elkhorn area, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah, he gave them that whole area.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we could. You better be moving on.
Yeah.
Now we'll go on.
Yeah, we're going down the road away. No, the other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way behind.
The true what?
Yeah.
He said, I got you 100 white-legged pullets. I said, they're not mine, Mr. I said, they're not mine.
100.
100.
Little baby chickens.
And I had to take them over and had the name. This day, I don't know who paid for them. They got my name mixed up. I took them right in small. I had a little big building out there. Got me a wash tub and cut a hole in it and put me a light bulb in it. And later on, when it got bigger, I took it down, spread papers on the floor. You know, I raised every one of them at 9 foot 2.
He delivered them to you?
They got them just baby chicks. Yeah, he'd deliver.
They used to do that in the mail. Many times someone would be dead, but that was the only way to get them back in the day.
I don't know who was so good. It must have been the Lord. I don't know nobody else would send me 100 white-legged bullets.
So what you end up doing? Did you end up
I
killing
ended
them and eating them?
killing them. I raised 97 of them. But took them to the house and spread pictures down on the eating stove.
Uh-huh.
Here come a bunch of my company. I didn't want you to smell it awful.
97 chickens can produce a lot of chicken droppings.
Oh, hammers. I finally moved them now. I think I raised 97 of them big enough to lay. And I didn't need all of them. I didn't need it all.
Can't you hear how noises? Imagine those little peeps.
Yeah, and 97. Oh.
Bunch of baby chickens running around the floor.
She's not let Dad forget the
Lovely. Two chicks one day. That was enough noise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see the mother bounce back.
Well,
When I delivered her later. Two of them that winter.
Was there one woman that was sick and you would go in and
Oh yeah,
get
I
some
was,
soup or something
yeah.
off the stove?
she asked me to come in. And I went in. She's sitting there in front of the fire, and the fire was just about gone. She says, stir my fire up and get to going. I did. She was a wealthy, had been a wealthy woman. And she says, after I got to burn, says, go in the kitchen there and bring me that glass of milk and bread. I went and got it for her. She was sitting there in her rocking chair right in front of the fire. Well, I says, there's one more thing I'd like to ask you, but says I'm ashamed to. I said, needn't be ashamed. We're all made out of the same stuff. She says, go in there in the little place where they did their business and so forth, just to make sure. There's a chamber sitting in there with a little water in it. Said, will you bring that chamber in here and set it down beside of my chair? I said, I'd be glad to. I did. Come on. Had all those three things to do for her. And the girl children had left her. Now that's how they care for people.
What year was that? About when?
I was carrying the mail. Carrying the mail around. Big enough to go to the store and do what Mother told me to do.
Yeah.
And John, my daddy, he was out feeding people's cattle and getting them something in to eat, or to get heat or something. Daylight till dark.
Yeah.
He'd get his work done in the morning, real early.
Mhm.
He'd be gone then till dark. Seeing the people, seeing that they got what they needed or had to have to live. Because there's no doctors there.
So he took care of the whole neighborhood.
He did.
Yeah.
He had around, he wouldn't go in the house.
Right.
And when they had to have wood, my daddy would get the wood and lay it on the porch. They'd have to have water carried. He'd carry a bucket of water too and set it on the porch and let them get it. But he wouldn't go in, and he never did take it.
How long did he do that? Was that
I
just a
don't
couple
know.
days?
I don't know how long,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's the way he did it. But he kept us a big barn in ready to get everything in. My mother would tell me what to do to fix for something to eat so we wouldn't starve.
Now, there was a big flu epidemic in about 1916 or 1917.
Well, I wouldn't.
So you would have been about 9 or 10.
I don't know what.
Yeah, so you were, that's about right, 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah. So that's it. Well,
Now, I knew Dorsey, but I don't think I knew your brother. Was he the same way?
This old,
Your brother.
my brother,
Audie.
Our brother
Audie?
Audie.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I mean, he was
Same way.
funniest thing, anything like that. His wife, she had a brother in Ohio,
Mhm.
and one Paul. They got a letter in at Hayside that Mrs. Ratliff's brother died,
Mhm.
and they understood it as they said that they knew that she didn't have a brother somewhere or other, and he bound to be an Audie's brother, my brother. They come to Hayside, and they come up the mountain, and they come up there with their shoes, with their gravels. I say with their mattocks and shovels one morning
Yeah.
to dig Luther Ratliff's grave.
Surprise.
It's a surprise. And it was Audie's wife's brother,
Mhm.
Ohio. He got big stuff.
Big difference.
Whole lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always knew Audie as a practical joker.
Oh yeah.
He loved to pull jokes on people.
Oh yeah. He did. He liked to do that.
But did he like to care for people the way you did?
No, he didn't.
I didn't think so.
No.
Uh-huh.
I'd love it.
Were you closer to Audie or to Dorsey when you were growing up?
To Audie.
You all would do things together and
No, we never did do things.
didn't? Well, he was, what, 3 or 4 years older than you, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. I don't know how much.
Uh-huh.
Now, you probably didn't have a lot of time to do things together because you worked on the farm so much.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And we knew to do it. Every what they told us, we went ahead and did.
Yeah.
Wanted to go feed the chickens, we'd feed the chickens. Wanted to feed the hogs, we'd go feed the hogs. Wanted to water the horses, we'd go water the horses.
Yep.
So that's the way it was. Okay.
Yep. And then there was school, too.
Amen. Never will forget, I remember, when we first going to school, just a bucket of a milk and bread,
Mm-hmm.
the best that we could get.
Yep.
And Audie and I, we really liked it. And Audie was teasing one of the home boys.
Hmm.
We was outside eating at the side of the schoolhouse building.
Mm-hmm.
And teased or said something to him, and he throwed his knife at him to hit him.
Ooh.
And it passed him and hit in the wall of the schoolhouse. That's just how rough people was.
Yikes. You stop that. So were you always the best student in class or not?
No.
No? Too busy having fun talking to the girls?
Oh, I could always have something to say to them.
Yep.
And I wasn't ashamed to say them. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, since Dorsey was younger than you, did you have to take care of her and watch out for her when she was growing up? No?
Then even growing up made me think, you didn't know Troy. There's another cousin mine from Kentucky. Troy Ratliff. You remember? He got struck on Fitzhugh College, Elvina College.
Yeah.
Daughter. And he come over there one weekend to get acquainted with her and see if he could work on her courtship. And it wasn't me to go up with him. He stayed down at our house. I went up with him. Sat around the fireplace, getting late. She was over in one corner of the fireplace and he was in the other. I got bedtime and I was getting sleepy. I said, Troy, you go to get a hold of her, it's time. I'm getting sleepy. And after so long they married. Oh, Lord.
That's funny.
That was Chloe then.
Oh, that's Chloe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she never forgave you for that, did she?
No, of course not. Well, that's it, Mother.